Hey everyone, thank you for joining me again on this next edition of Chatting with Ruby or Getting to Know Ruby. I hope you enjoyed my sort of introductory video last month that talked a little bit more about who I am and how I got started doing what I was doing. And if you came over from my Instagram post, hi. Thanks for joining and thank you for subscribing to my newsletter. I'm always posting updates about things that are going on in my shop on my website, also where I'm performing or things that are coming up for that month, and hopefully some more things in the future. But right now, it's really just where you can find me, thoughts about how my last month went and what I'm looking forward to this coming month. If you haven't sent over a question, there's still plenty of time. You can send me a message on any of my social media, or you could shoot me an email with your question. I do have a few to go through, so I have a few months ready to go, but maybe some of these questions might prompt you to think about something you hadn't thought of that you were curious to know. Since I have an event coming up later this week where I am emceeing a private event as Wonder Woman, I thought this question would be appropriate to talk about today. And that is, you are perfection as Wonder Woman. Thank you. Any plans for more cosplay in the future? This is a tricky situation for me. Yes, I would love to do cosplay more. I have more ideas I'd like to do. I just don't have the time to do it. I don't go to many Comic-Con or cosplay events. So when I'm trying to address my priorities with time and spending money on costuming, cosplay kind of takes a backside because my burlesque performances are a priority right now. So I don't know when I'll do something. I do have a couple of things that I would really like to do. I would like to do Scarlet Witch. That would be the first new one I would do, and that would be a throwback to some of the original comic illustrations, not the current movie Scarlet Witch. And I would love to update my Zatanna costume. I kind of tossed that together really quickly for one of the Wizard Worlds, and I'd like to spend some time making something a little bit more special for that, if that's something that I'm going to do. I worked for probably a year on the Wonder Woman costume before I took it out anywhere, and since then it's evolved a little bit, and I think it'll continue to do so. But sometimes I feel like if you're really good at one thing, you should just stick to that one thing. And my Wonder Woman cosplay is pretty good, if I do say so myself. So for now, I'm okay being known as my Wonder Woman cosplay. I love looking at other cosplayers and seeing all that they're doing, but they're obviously going to more activities than I am. And that's just not something that I'm doing right now. So that's where that is with cosplay. I know C2E2 is coming up here in a couple of weeks, and I'm sure many of you will see that. I will not be at C2E2. That does not come at a time in the year when I am really available to spend a weekend out there. But I know a lot of people that are going to be there. I know people who are going to be in the Artist Alley. I know people who are going to cosplay. I have some friends who do a Nerdlesque event in conjunction with C2E2. So there are lots of things going on that I fully support and love. They just don't work out in my schedule. Yeah. So no new plans, at least no tentative dates for new cosplay in the future. We'll see where that goes. Although, if you're in the Chicago area and you need a Wonder Woman, you know who to contact. Thanks for joining me for this little installment for my March newsletter. Again, if you have any questions that you want to know or anything you're curious about, shoot me an email or send me a message and I'm happy to answer that. And happy March, everybody. Think spring soon. You really don't realize how many times you say until you record yourself and listen. It's a lot.